nature, and it shall turn, and they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee.
That's right. So America's going to keep silence during the remainder of their power. And they're going to flee, man. Because the Most High is against America. And the Most High is determined to destroy America. And if you ain't trying to get back to the Holy Scriptures and the Lord, you're going to be caught out there too.
That's right.
With 200 million nuclear warheads fall on America. Simultaneously with the salvation and the deliverance of the Israelites, the 1/3, the elect of the people that's on this side.
That's right.
Can you give me Ezekiel 38?
Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog.
That's right, and that land is talking about the land of Russia. Because Gog and Magog was ruled by Japhites, Japhetic people, which are today the Aborigines in Australia, or the Hawaiians. It was ruled by a dark nation. But the so-called Esau, the tribe of the Edomites, now dwells in that land called Magog and Gog, which is now today Russia. Keep going.
Set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine armies.
All right, hold that. You say he's going to turn them back. So all that nuclear Cold War reset that Obama and Vladimir Putin was trying to have happen, you said he's going to turn you back. Why? Let's back it up with the scriptures. Give me Proverbs 21:1.
Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
That's right. The Most High controls people's thoughts, whether you believe it or not. Back that up, give me Proverbs 20:24. There's no such thing as free will, as you're ignorantly learned to believe. But the scriptures say that the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. So if there was such thing as free will, read Proverbs 21:1 again.
Proverbs 21:1. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord,
That's
as the
right.
rivers of water.
Proving that there's no such thing as free will. Keep going.
He turneth it whithersoever he will.
So the Most High controls people's thoughts, whether you believe it or not. It was not my decision to come out here every Saturday in 100-some-plus-degree weather, or drive to San Francisco every Saturday and come here every Sunday to preach this word of the Most High. The Most High wants me to do this, and the Most High controls my thoughts. Give me Proverbs 20:24.
Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord.
That's right, a man's goings is of the Lord. So when you try to say you want to do something, you need to say, Lord willing, I could do such a thing, as the scriptures tell you to do. Because a man's goings is of the Lord. Sometimes the Most High will lead you straight off a cliff. Was that your intention? No. Why? Because to the Lord belongs the issues of death, as we read earlier in Psalms the 68th chapter, the 20th verse. I'll go back to Ezekiel. Start with
Ezekiel 38:4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
That's right. So he's going to turn the Russian Federation leadership back from that reset, that nuclear reset button with the United States of America. Keep going.
And I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
That's right. If you people read the news, you would have read that a Russian nuclear-equipped submarine was spotted in the Gulf of Mexico. And the U.S. Navy had no clue. You will know that the Russian army is positioned in Canada as we speak, getting ready to invade America during martial law. That could happen before the November elections. You would know that the Chinese military is in LA in those FEMA camps ready for martial law in America. They're south of the border in Mexico ready for martial law that's going to be declared in America, wartime martial law, which we're already in peacetime martial law. That's the reason why you see armored vehicles, you see tanks getting transported on trains, you see armored vehicles driving in the streets, Humvees, because we're at peacetime martial law.
Even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them.
That's right, it said Persia, Ethiopia, which is an African nation, Persia, which is modern day Iran, all handling swords to come fight America and all of America's allies.
All of them with shield and helmet.
That's right, all of them with the weapons of war.
Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah and the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee.
That's right, so there's going to be death and destruction in America once Obama declares martial law and once World War III gets kicked off in Iran. And then when you see 200 million stars in the air, they're not stars, they're nuclear missiles getting ready to drop on this place. Give me a second, Ezra 16:1.
Second Ezra. Second Ezra 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry.
That's right. Those are the main continents that World War III is going to affect. Mostly the southern hemisphere is going to be untouched, but the northern hemisphere is going to be the main place of conflict during World War III. I'll sit on that. Hold Second Ezra 6:22, Ecclesiastes, the scriptures 12:4. I'm gonna bring out this article. This is from FresnoBee.com. Thousands apply for about 800 big Fresno Fair jobs. Job seekers turned out by the thousands Wednesday, hoping to land one of 800 temporary jobs at the big Fresno Fair. This is the second year the fairgrounds has hosted a job fair to fill its workforce for the 2-week event. Last year, the job fair attracted about 7,000 hopefuls. This year's fair drew about 5,000. Now bring out Ecclesiastes 12:4.
Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets.
That's right, there ain't gonna be no jobs in the streets. That's the reason why you got 5,000 people trying to apply for only 800 jobs to work a 2-week temporary job at the Fresno Fair. That shows you that there ain't no recovery in this bullshit economy, man. That shows you that this place is going down. Keep going.
When the sound of the grinding is low,
That means there's no work. Keep going.
and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird,
Uh-huh.
and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
That's right. So when this economy fully collapses, any moment now, all these entertainers, these sport world people, they all gonna lose their job. You people gonna go to your life savings, and you're gonna find out that the dollar ain't worth shit, and you lost all your life savings, which is gonna cause the civil war in America. Go back to 2 Ezra 6:22.
2 Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall be suddenly found empty.
That's right. So when this economy crashes and the civil war starts on the streets of America, and people are shooting and killing each other like in the Watts riots, like in the Rodney King riots, when the military is called onto the streets to aid in martial law, to quell the violence, when you go to the stores, you go to your Food Max on Fresno Street, it's still gonna be found empty, because they only have a 3-day to 7-day supply of food. So all that food is gonna be found empty. And you ain't gonna be able to have no food to feed yourself. You ain't gonna have no water to drink. Because there's gonna be a great famine in this land, man.
And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
That's right. And the trumpet it means a warning to signify a great event. So all you people got that to consider, to look forward to in the next 6 months. World War III, global financial collapse, a famine, cannibalism, war on the streets, FEMA camps, concentration camps, being put to death on a guillotine, getting your heads chopped off. Give me a second, Ezra 16 chapter. Start at, give me a 15:10.
2 Ezra 15:10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
That's right. So when you people are getting put on the, because if you go to any ghetto in America, you always see the railroad tracks passing through that ghetto or through that barrio. There's a reason for that. It's because they're going to put trains on those tracks to lead you to the FEMA camps. That's the reason why it says, my people are led to as a flock to the slaughter. Going to those internment camps where they're going to torture you and put you to death and chop your heads off. And you women is going to get raped in those camps. Give me Revelations 2:10 real quick and then go back to that.
Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
That's right, fear. See, he says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Because they're going to be doing all kinds of crazy things to you people in these internment camps, man. They got articles on the internet saying anything you can do to avoid an internment camp, do it. Because there ain't going to be nothing but pure hell in there. All that Guantanamo Bay, all those internment camps in the Middle East, they're just test runs. Because there's documents saying that they can't wait to declare martial law against the Christians. And what does Christians mean? It means anointed. And who could be anointed? The princes of the power, which is the people on this side. So they can't wait to put the people on this side in concentration camps, because they want to try to take their birthright back, as we read in Hebrews 12:16.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
That's right. The Lord said, be faithful unto death. Mainly talking about the elect. But that's going to happen to the whole